The silence between stars. The vast emptiness of space stretched out before the research vessel horizon, a gleaming testament to human technological achievement. Inside the ship's advanced communication hub, Zara Novak leaned forward, her fingers dancing across holographic interfaces with practiced precision. Something was different tonight, a subtle vibration in the cosmic background that set her scientific instincts on high alert. Commander Warwick Vance watched her carefully, his weathered face a map of countless interstellar missions. "Talk to me, Novak. What are we looking at?" Zara's emerald eyes narrowed, reflecting the cascading streams of data surrounding her. "It's not like anything we've encountered before. The signal, it's almost sentient, deliberately complex, yet fragmented." Dr. Lena Winter's approach, her quantum physics expertise lending weight to every observation. Interference patterns suggest multiple points of origin. But that's impossible. No known civilization could generate a signal with such intricate harmonics. The horizon hung in the delicate balance between known space and the unexplored frontier. Its mission: to push the boundaries of human understanding, to reach where no exploration team had ventured before. Each crew member represented humanity's most advanced minds, selected not just for their intellectual prowess, but for their ability to remain calm in the face of the unknown. "Run it through the xenolinguistic algorithms," Rorik commanded, his voice steady despite the growing tension. "Compare it against every communication database we have." Zara's fingers flew across the interfaces, layers of computational analysis peeling back the signal's mysteries. Suddenly, the holographic displays erupted with a cascade of unfamiliar symbols, geometric patterns that seemed to pulse with an inner life of their own. "Commander," she breathed, "these aren't just random transmissions. They're a message. And I think they're calling for help." The ship's advanced quantum communication systems began to resonate, filling the bridge with a low, almost musical hum. Dr. Winters stepped closer, her scientific skepticism battling with a growing sense of wonder. "The mathematical complexity is beyond anything in our records. These symbols, they're not just a language. They're a complex mathematical theorem and a distress signal simultaneously." Rorik's cybernetic eye, a replacement from a previous deep space incident, zoomed in on the intricate patterns. Years of military training had taught him to recognize threats, but this was something entirely different. "Can we trace the origin?" Zara's hands moved with surgical precision, routing the signal through multiple computational filters. "Preliminary analysis suggests a region approximately 3.7 million light-years from our current position, beyond the mapped galactic boundaries." The implications hung in the air like electricity before a storm. Humanity had long believed itself to be at the forefront of technological evolution, masters of interstellar communication. Yet here was evidence of something far more advanced, a civilization so complex that their very communication was a puzzle beyond immediate comprehension. "We need to investigate," Dr. Winters said, her voice a mixture of scientific excitement and profound caution. "This could be the most significant discovery in human history." Commander Vance studied the crew, each a specialist selected for their ability to maintain composure in extraordinary circumstances. Zara Novak, with her unparalleled xenobiological insights. Dr. Winters, whose theoretical physics had redefined human understanding of quantum mechanics, and himself, a veteran of countless high-risk missions. "Prepare a preliminary reconnaissance probe," he decided. "But we move carefully. Whatever sent this message, they're either in desperate need of assistance or presenting a threat we can't yet comprehend." As the horizon began its careful approach, the mysterious signal continued its complex dance across the communication arrays. Something ancient was stirring in the darkness between stars, a message that would challenge everything humanity thought it knew about the universe. The silence of space was about to be broken. Whispers of an ancient warning. The reconnaissance probe launched from the horizon cut through the absolute darkness of deep space, its advanced sensors probing the mysterious region that had first transmitted the enigmatic signal. Lieutenant Kai Rodriguez monitored the incoming data streams, his fingers flying across holographic interfaces with practiced expertise. Captain Elena Russo stood behind him, her posture rigid with anticipation. "What are we seeing, Rodriguez?" Kai's brow furrowed. "It's unlike anything in our databases. The spatial anomalies are complex, almost like the fabric of space itself is breathing." Dr. Amara Patil approached, her xenolinguistics expertise making her the critical link to understanding the cryptic transmission. She carried a sophisticated translation matrix, a device that could potentially decode communication patterns far beyond human comprehension. "The mathematical sequences we received," Amara explained, "they're not just a message, they're a warning." The ship's advanced computer system began to reconstruct the signal, transforming abstract mathematical patterns into a semblance of comprehensible imagery. Fragmented holographic projections flickered to life, scenes of destruction, of civilizations collapsing, of cosmic-scale conflicts that defy human understanding. "Look," Kai pointed, "these aren't just historical records. They're a prediction." The images showed massive energy signatures consuming entire star systems, mysterious dark structures consuming planetary resources, and advanced civilizations being systematically erased from existence. But amid the chaos, there was a pattern, a complex mathematical sequence that seemed to pulse with an almost living intelligence. Captain Russo's voice was controlled but tense. "Can you translate any of this, Dr. Patel?" Amara's fingers danced across her translation matrix, layers of quantum algorithms parsing the intricate message. "It's not a language in the traditional sense. It's more like a mathematical prophecy. Each symbol represents multiple layers of meaning, technological, biological, and something we don't yet have a framework to understand." The most chilling aspect was a recurring geometric pattern, a shape that seemed to exist between dimensions, a complex structure that suggested both a warning and a potential solution to an impending cosmic threat. "The message suggests something is coming," Amara continued. "A convergence of cosmic events that could potentially destroy multiple civilizations. But it's not just a warning. It's almost like an invitation." Lieutenant Rodriguez zoomed in on the holographic projections. Invitation to what? Before anyone could respond, the ship's quantum communication systems erupted with a burst of energy. The mysterious signal intensified, no longer a distant whisper but a resonant, almost living communication that seemed to penetrate the very hull of the spacecraft. Captain Russo activated the ship-wide communication system. "All departments, maintain maximum alert. We are approaching an unknown phenomenon that could redefine our understanding of the universe." Dr. Patel's translation matrix began to crystallize the message into something resembling comprehensible information. "It speaks of a convergence," she muttered. "A moment when multiple cosmic civilizations will face a threat beyond traditional understanding. And humanity, we're somehow central to this event." The ship's sensors detected increasingly complex spatial distortions. What had begun as a simple reconnaissance mission was transforming into something far more significant, a potential turning point for human civilization. "Prepare all research protocols," Captain Russo commanded. "Whatever is waiting for us, we will face it with every scientific and technological resource at our disposal." The horizon pressed forward into the unknown, carrying with it the hopes and scientific prowess of an entire species. The silence between stars was about to be shattered, and humanity stood on the precipice of a discovery that would challenge everything they thought they knew about existence itself. Something ancient was stirring, and its message was clear. Nothing would ever be the same again. The boundary of known space. The abandoned research station hung in space like a ghostly sentinel, its massive structure defying the conventional understanding of engineering. Dr. Marcus Takeda adjusted the quantum communication arrays, his hands trembling slightly with a mixture of excitement and apprehension. "The structural integrity is impossible," he muttered to Commander Darian Wells. "These materials shouldn't exist within our current understanding of physics." Dr. Sophia Reyes carefully maneuvered the external scanning equipment, her xenoarchaeological expertise pushing against the boundaries of human knowledge. The station appeared to be constructed from a substance that existed in multiple quantum states simultaneously, a material that was both solid and not solid, present and absent. "The station is responding to our presence," Sophia observed, her voice a careful blend of scientific detachment and barely contained wonder. "It's almost like it's alive." Commander Wells kept his hand near the emergency communication protocol. Years of military training had taught him that the most dangerous moments often came disguised as scientific curiosity. "Explain responding," he demanded. Marcus pointed to the quantum scanners. Complex energy patterns were emerging from the station's hull, intricate geometric designs that pulsed with an almost organic rhythm. "It's not just reflecting our scans, it's communicating. These energy patterns are a form of language we've never encountered before." The research team had discovered the station deep within a region of space that defied traditional mapping. No known civilization had ever charted this area, and the station itself seemed to exist in a state of quantum uncertainty, partially present, partially absent. Dr. Rice carefully manipulated her archaeological scanning equipment. The structural layers suggest multiple technological epochs. It's as if the station was built, then rebuilt again, each iteration incorporating technologies from different civilizations. A sudden burst of energy erupted from the station's central core. The quantum communication arrays went wild, filling the ship's bridge with a symphony of mathematical complexity that threatened to overwhelm their computational systems. "Containment protocols," Commander Wells shouted, but Dr. Takeda was already several steps ahead. His fingers flew across the interface, creating quantum firewalls to prevent the energy burst from overwhelming their systems. The burst resolved into a series of holographic projections, fragmented memories of civilizations long dead. Images of cosmic conflicts, of technological marvels beyond human comprehension, of species rising and falling in a cosmic dance that spanned millions of years. "This isn't just a research station," Sophia whispered. "It's an archive, a repository of knowledge from civilizations that existed long before humanity even conceived of space travel." Marcus's quantum communication matrix began to decode fragments of the transmission. "There's a recurring pattern, something about a convergence, a moment when multiple cosmic civilizations will face a threat that transcends traditional understanding of space, time, and existence." Commander Wells watched the projections, his military mind working to process the immense implications. A threat to whom? From where? The station seemed to pulse in response, not with a direct answer, but with a complex mathematical sequence that suggested multiple potential futures, each more mind-bending than the last. Dr. Rice carefully collected the data, her hand steady despite the magnitude of their discovery. "We're looking at a cosmic early warning system. Something has been watching, waiting, preparing multiple civilizations for a conflict beyond our current comprehension." As the team continued their investigation, the abandoned research station remained an enigma, a silent witness to cosmic events that humanity was only beginning to understand. The boundary of known space was not a line to be crossed, but a threshold to be understood, and they had just taken their first step into the unknown. Echoes of forgotten civilizations. The quantum anomaly erupted without warning, transforming the very fabric of space around the horizon. Lieutenant Nikolai Volkov's tactical systems went into overdrive, emergency protocols flickering to life, as reality itself seemed to bend and twist. "Containment fields at maximum," he shouted, his fingers racing across the holographic interfaces. "Dr. Okello, we need a quantum stabilization matrix now." Dr. Imani Okello worked with furious concentration, her xenobiological expertise pushed to its absolute limits. The anomaly wasn't just a spatial disturbance, it was a living, breathing phenomenon that defied every known law of physics. Commander Arya Zhang gripped the command console, her normally composed demeanor showing the first signs of genuine concern. "What are we looking at, Volkov?" The ship's advanced sensors struggled to process the incoming data. What had begun as a scientific exploration had transformed into something far more dangerous, a confrontation with a cosmic event that threatened to unravel the very understanding of existence. "It's a convergence point," Dr. Okello explained, her voice steady despite the chaos surrounding them. "Multiple quantum realities are colliding. The research station we discovered, it wasn't just an archive. It was a warning system." Holographic projections erupted across the bridge, showing fragmented images of civilizations rising and falling. Advanced species locked in conflicts that transcended traditional understanding of war, technological battles fought across dimensions, entire civilizations reduced to quantum echoes. Lieutenant Volkov's tactical analysis began to piece together a terrifying picture. These aren't just historical records. They're potential futures. Convergence points where multiple civilizations face a threat so massive it could erase entire species from existence. The ship trembled as the quantum anomaly intensified. Dr. Okello's specialized equipment captured incredible data, mathematical sequences that seemed to breathe with an almost living intelligence. Each pattern told a story of cosmic conflict, of species fighting against a threat that existed beyond traditional understanding. "The warning is clear," she said, her fingers tracing the complex holographic projections. "Something is coming. A convergence of cosmic events that could potentially destroy not just individual civilizations, but the very fabric of existence itself." Commander Jung's military training kicked in. "Can we predict its trajectory? Its point of origin?" Nicolay's tactical systems worked overtime, quantum algorithms parsing through impossible amounts of data. "It's not a single point of origin. It's more like a cascade. Multiple civilizations experiencing the same event from different perspectives." The ship's quantum communication systems began to resonate with an almost musical complexity. Fragments of mathematical theorems, glimpses of technological marvels beyond human comprehension, warnings from civilizations that had long since disappeared. Dr. Okello's voice cut through the chaos. "We're not just observers. Humanity is somehow central to this convergence. Our technological development, our unique approach to problem solving. We're a critical variable in whatever is coming." The anomaly reached a crescendo. For a moment, the bridge of the horizon existed in multiple states simultaneously, a ship of scientific exploration, a last bastion of human potential, a critical point in a cosmic conflict that defied traditional understanding. "Brace for quantum fluctuation," Lieutenant Volkov shouted. The universe seemed to hold its breath. Something ancient was stirring, and humanity stood at the very edge of a discovery that would change everything forever. The last frontier. Time lost all meaning as the horizon emerged from the quantum anomaly. Captain Jordan Bennett gripped the command console, their entire reality having been fundamentally altered by what they had witnessed. Dr. Rebecca Friedman's quantum physics systems struggled to make sense of the data. "We've passed through something more than a spatial boundary," she muttered. "We've experienced a dimensional threshold." Lieutenant Omar Hassan's reconnaissance systems flickered with impossible readings. Star charts dissolved and reformed, cosmic landscapes reshaping themselves with each passing moment. The universe they knew had fundamentally changed. "Status report," Captain Bennett demanded, though the word status seemed woefully inadequate for their current situation. Dr. Friedman's hands moved across holographic interfaces, piecing together fragments of their impossible journey. "We're not just in a different location. We're in a different state of existential understanding." The quantum archive they had discovered, the abandoned research station that had first sparked their journey, now made terrifying sense. It wasn't just a repository of knowledge. It was a warning system for a cosmic event that transcended individual civilizations. "The convergence," Lieutenant Hassan said, his voice barely a whisper. "It's not just about destruction. It's about transformation." Holographic projections began to stabilize, revealing a complex narrative that had been building across millennia. Civilizations weren't just rising and falling. They were part of a massive, interconnected evolutionary process. Humanity wasn't an endpoint, but a critical junction in a cosmic journey of understanding. Captain Bennett studied the projections carefully. We're not just witnesses. We're participants. The mathematical sequences that had first caught Zara Novak's attention on the horizon now revealed their true purpose. They were more than a message. They were a complex invitation. An invitation to understand a fundamental truth about existence itself. Dr. Friedman's analysis began to crystallize. It's a test, she said, her scientific mind working through the implications, not of technological superiority, but of adaptive potential, of the ability to comprehend beyond traditional limitations. The universe around them continued to shift. Potential futures flickered like quantum possibilities, some of destruction, some of unimaginable creation, and humanity stood at the center, not as conquerors, but as a critical variable in a cosmic equation. Lieutenant Hassan's reconnaissance systems detected something extraordinary. We're not alone, he said. The other civilizations that received this invitation, they're watching, waiting to see how we respond. Captain Bennett understood the magnitude of their moment. This wasn't just a mission of exploration. It was a test of humanity's fundamental nature, their ability to grow, to adapt, to understand beyond their current limitations. Prepare full documentation, Bennett commanded. Every piece of data, every fragment of understanding. Whatever happens next, we document it. The horizon hung in a space between spaces, a testament to human curiosity and scientific ambition. They had discovered something far more profound than a simple message from the stars. They had found an invitation to a cosmic dialogue that would reshape everything they thought they knew about existence. Dr. Friedman looked up, a sense of wonder replacing her usual scientific detachment. We're not at the end of something, she said. We're at the beginning. The universe seemed to pulse in agreement. Something extraordinary was about to begin.